What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another episode of our weekly Sorare MLB and all things Sorare and all things MLB podcast. What? We are batting practice. Before we get too far into the beautiful thing that is this podcast, how is it going this fine evening?
We're doing lovely.
Lovely?
Lovely. Dude, it's Tuesday. We're back to a normal recording schedule, kind of. Our year-long episode went up both on YouTube and Spotify for the first time ever. Woo!
Heck yeah, simultaneous release.
Shout out, in fact, live update. How many subscribers do we have on YouTube?
Oh,
I know we were close to 100.
Whoa.
So
92.
let's go.
Sick. Shout out
Subscribe to
YouTube.
YouTube.
We're doing good.
If you're listening right now and you're not subscribed to the YouTube, what is you doing, baby? Shout out to the proof.
All right, here I'm going to give you a rating. I don't know if you've had it or not. If you haven't had it, you got to give it a hypothetical rating, or if you have, give it a rating based off of your taste.
All right.
Coconut, sparkling water.
I've never had
no
it.
Sweeteners, nothing. It's just coconut and sparkling water.
Never had it.
All
right,
trying to think of a safe way to say what it tastes like. I don't know. Tastes like sweat.
Ooh.
No, that's not a 0 to 10 rating.
It's a 0.
A 0. Wow.
Wow. Hot take. Are you
maybe a 1 or 2?
Are you a sparkling water purist?
I am. There are good flavors and there are bad flavors. Coconut is not. No, it's not. I think it was one of their first ones, but they've since come out with some better ones. And to be honest, I don't know. LaCroix is maybe like a C tier sparkling water brand.
Wow.
What a hot take coming in already.
Do we need a sparkling water tier list episode?
I think we do.
It's also been done before.
Probably.
You could do a sparkling water sold at MLB stadiums tier list.
Oh,
do they actually?
I was gonna say 0.
I don't know. They sell like Coolies or White Claws or something.
That's true.
Well, yeah. I guess. Yeah. Did they in this tier list? Did they rank alcoholic ones with non-alcoholic? Interesting.
I don't know.
Okay, well, I guess in that case, I would move if in total sparkling water rankings, I'd put LaCroix at a B tier, but for non-alcoholic, I'd give it a C tier.
Well, okay, the people are dying to know what's your number one sparkling water.
Well, yeah.
Well, by people, I hope you mean yourself.
Yes.
If you want, let's see, the best flavor, probably raspberry bubbly.
Okay. Specific
really
brand and flavor. Okay.
Absolutely.
He's a man who knows what he wants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You never gave me a hypothetical rating.
I'll give you my hypothetical rating. I'll give you a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
I like coconut flavored things. I don't love sparkling water. I'll drink it. It's okay. Not my favorite. I will say though, bubbly is good. The lemon lime bubbly is.
Oh yeah,
I do like that
Sprite.
one. It is without all the good stuff.
You mean sugar? Just add your own sugar.
That's true. You could
add your own sugar.
That kind of defeats the purpose of drinking.
Soda.
Exactly.
You're making it your own.
All right.
Anyways, that was a tangent, wasn't it? Holy cow.
That's good stuff, man. This is content. Because now look at that free TikTok.
There
Andrew hates sparkling water. Hashtag
clickbait. Andrew hates LaCroix.
I don't hate LaCroix. I think it's because I've had it. It was the first one, and like everything, it's like the blackberry of sparkling waters. It's just like there's just better versions of it now than there were before.
Lime and lemon. Those are like the OGs. Orange.
Isn't there an original LaCroix that's just literally sparkling? There's no flavor.
Yeah, it's called original.
I don't know how old is LaCroix. Whatever, doesn't matter.
It's been out for a while.
Yeah. How did your guys' past weekends go? What's up? What's new? It's baseball season.
Dude,
Maybe 1 more month until
I
playoffs.
had the most average weekend of games you could probably have. My limited pro team got 243rd, which I believe it's top 250 that get a reward, right? So I got a tier 5. Yeah, that's literally it. That was the only thing that happened. So it's very average. That's okay.
Same.
I don't even Tim Mesa, relief pitcher for the Blue
Nice.
Jays.
Nice.
Oh, I have his rare. I have his
yeah.
rare. Do you want to buy it?
Okay.
We should trade.
To be fair though, what? To be fair, Tim Mesa, if you look at his stats, actually a pretty solid relief pitcher. He was like 3 and something with a 1 point or 2 point ERA, so low ERA. I was like, okay, fine. Too bad the Blue Jays aren't going to make the playoffs. Hot take. Maybe not a hot take.
Well, we'll see.
But yeah, how was your guys' weekend?
I mean, same, but say the same sentence in rare. And that my rare something team won a tier 5 rare, and I won a rare relief pitcher. But I don't own him, so that's good.
Hey, no dupes.
First owner card that I don't have in my gallery. And now, like, since the coins are here, I'm on kind of, in fact, here's my little another tangent for you guys. I'm kind of on the keep all my players sort of grind now, because like this week I built on my teams, and before training I still had a full rare team available, even though like 5 of them were pitchers that weren't playing and stuff like that, or hitters that are injured. And I put a rare pro team in that's going to score under 50 points probably. But I mean, building up those coins, baby. So, I mean, imagine doing that for all your limited teams and all your rare teams. I don't know.
Yeah.
How much does a super rare team cost? If you build like a real cheap one.
Oh, maybe we'll have to do that. We'll have to do that.
Super rare all-star.
Well, we can have a graduation ceremony where we graduate you from junior whale to sperm whale.
You don't even have any. Oh, or do you?
I guess then maybe do you become a beluga or a
baby blue whale? Because it's like a blue
baby blue, an orca.
A BBW?
What?
I don't know.
Blue whale. What?
We'll come up with it. You'll turn your whale tassel to the other side, and we'll proclaim you the whaliest batting practice manager.
Wow. All right. There you go.
The whaliest.
So I've had an interesting couple of weeks. So I don't know how, if you guys track this, but I always set limited pro first. I have a big enough gallery where I can fill out all limited competitions, and I always set my limited pro first. And lately, it just has not been my highest performing lineup. Like, even if I look at my score between limited pro and some of the other ones, it underperforms from them. And I don't know if it's just like the random factor, but I don't know. It's weird that the lineup that I think is going to do the best ends up being one of my worst performing ones. And I don't know if that's just
baseball,
bad.
baby.
That's baseball, or maybe I'm just like I'm not
or maybe
playing the right matchups. But I think it is going to be an interesting thing for me to look back. I do, especially in the midweeks, really prioritize my four game people in limited pro, but oftentimes those people are outperformed by someone with a 3-game series that just goes off in one of those games. So I don't know, maybe I am weighting the 4-game like a little bit too high, but it just seems mathematically like it should be working. But yeah, it's weird. I don't know. So
it's like fully what I would say to that is, since we did our Road to Glory update where we won the real reward, which still hasn't been claimed yet, someone needs to enter their spouse's phone number into that account so we can claim it.
Nicola's number.
Do you want me to do it live?
Uh,
Her number is 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna dox her? You're gonna
Walkie
dox
area.
her
No.
number?
it's either 414 or
No.
21 or 262.
Wow.
Like, what were we actually talking about? We need to stop. No more tangents.
Well, so
Oh,
I was
Um,
saying that the lineups
Andrew
that
Oh
the
prioritizes.
lineups
So,
that I
so
set.
what I've been doing since we won that reward is I still play 4/2. If it's a 4 versus a 2-game week, a 4, whoever's the 4, I'm always playing. If they have 4 games in 4 days, always gonna play them. Think about it this way though: 4 games in 4 days is a lot. Could be fatigued towards game 3 and 4. So,
Yeah.
but I've really looked at the matchups more since we made that podcast. And if it's a 3v4, but the 3 has a better matchup, I kind of like, I would say more than half of the time actually pick the 3 over the 4.
Hmm.
And it paid out this week. I did it with Corey Seager. I believe the Rangers only have 3, and he already hit a home run yesterday.
2 home
There you
runs.
go.
2 home runs. Yeah, that's right. 2 home runs yesterday. So yeah,
That's winning.
It's paid off this week. Well, we'll see. But I'm up there so far in that limited pro. But yeah, I don't know. It really depends on the week. If you have a guy with a 4-game week with an easy matchup, that's kind of the ideal.
Right.
But that's kind of how I've been treating it recently.
So
Right.
let me ask you this: like, has the lineup that you've prioritized first, has that generally been your best performing lineup? Like the one that's won you rewards?
I would say
Yes.
I think so too.
I would say more than 50% of the time, but definitely not more than like 80. It's not 4 out of 5 of my lineups. But it's more than 1 out of every 2 lineups that I said.
Well, here,
Okay.
I guess mine, it doesn't really count because I set Rare All-Star first and then I do Limited Pro, Limited All-Star, and then Sandlot. So I'm not entering in AL or NL. So it's probably a little bit different for me because in my Rare All-Star team, I'm really only using 1, 2, or 3 limiteds, normally 1 or 2. So then I can put my best limiteds into my limited pro team. I think my
Wait, so
Rare All-Star.
You don't put your 3 best limiteds into your limited all-star team?
Well, it depends on the week. So like this week I have Woodruff limited pitching, Corey
Yeah.
Seager, and Yandy Diaz. Because Yandy had a good matchup. And I think they had 4 games this week. But so it really depends. Sometimes if like Trevor Story or like I haven't really been using Trevor Story or Xander Bogaerts in my Rare All-Star lineup because they've both been underperforming lately. But if they go on a hot streak, I'll use them and then take out one of the limiteds. So it kind of depends really. But I was gonna say my Rare All-Star lineup I think is one of the most rewards, but then I won limited pro. So like
Yeah.
kind of evens out, I guess.
Right.
Had to bring
And-
that up again, but
And when you play Rare All-Star, Josh, are you adding limiteds to that generally? Is because you said, was that limited All-Star that you're
Rare All-Star.
Rare
Yes.
All-Star? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so Rare All-Star first, and then I'm open to putting in as many limiteds, obviously up to 3.
Right.
Yeah, 3. Because you need the 4 rares, but sometimes I won't, depending, like I said. Sometimes what I'll do, even if it's close, I'll actually pick the rare over the limited. That way I can use the limited in the limited lineup, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Just extra percent bonus, right?
Well, let's talk about real baseball. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Sorare is real baseball, but it's fantasy. But let's talk about what's happening in baseball versus what's happening in Sorare, because it's now September 5th. And when do the playoffs start? Anybody? Siri?
Like a month. There's
1
20.
When did the MLB playoffs start?
27 games left, something like that.
October 3rd.
October.
Less than a month.
Less than a month. Holy
It's the
cow.
podcast, the month before podcast sort of thing.
Let's go.
But here we are. Let's see. Let's get let's hop right in. So I guess we're gonna start off right here with our little DLs, our division leaders. And let's get a little update. Where were we like a month ago?
Yeah,
Is that
we
when
did.
made
We
our
did do an.
last
We did do an
attempt at
update.
this? I think I claimed the Guardians were gonna do all right, and they've died.
No.
Yep.
But other than that, let's just go. Let's pull it up.
Did we make a? Do we make a Google sheet of this? I'm trying to remember. I know we made one at the beginning of the year.
Ooh,
I think it was our picks, but it wasn't the
look-
standings.
I'm looking at it
Yeah.
right now. Okay. Well, we have MLB predictions.
that's the
let's see.
players with World Series.
Yep.
Ooh, where are we at? Who did you guys say? Okay, Padres L, Mets L. Holy cow!
Jeez. And Phillies.
Oh, Phillies are gonna make
Phillies.
playoffs.
Phillies actually
Yeah.
have a chance, man. They have a good team.
I'm wearing my Flyers at.
There you go.
Yeah, the Mets are not. It's so
Yeah.
crazy just how hard it is to predict. Just, but real quick, are the Mets the Chelsea of baseball?
I mean, watching that Chelsea game, like one of my friends is a huge Chelsea fan, and I refrained from texting until after the game, and I was just like, the only thing I said was, "Well," and
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair analogy, I would say.
yeah, Nash is
Yeah.
also in this group chat, and I mean, like, what could you have really said about that game?
Yeah. You didn't
Not
want to rub
good.
it in too much.
Yeah. Mets, in terms of how many people they signed this year, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like totally. It's a good analogy.
I feel like the money is similar too. In terms
500
of
mil.
500-ish million.
Yeah.
I think Mets are a little less than that, but somewhere in that ballpark. No pun intended.
Wow.
But yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Let
Yeah,
me
I don't
share
think
my
we
let me
had
share my
standings,
screen.
though.
Let me share my
All right,
screen.
let's see it.
I got something beautiful
gosh.
pulled up, boys.
Oh, is
Don't
it?
worry, it's not
baby.
pictures.
Did
It's
you
not pictures.
find it? Are
It's
you allowed
not
to share screen?
pictures. You just wish.
He's the
You just
host,
wish.
so he should be able to.
I have all the
Ooh.
permissions.
Oh,
This is our
beautiful.
current playoff picture. Beautiful seeded division. Again, no, I'm sorry. I was going to say all of the division leaders are here, but that is not true because I think the lowest division leader in the Brewers and the Twins would be, or is there another division? Let's see. I
Nope,
wish
it's
this
3
is
and 3.
3 and 3. Yep.
So 3 division leaders and 3 wild card.
Beautiful. So we would be
Yes, sir.
facing the Diamondbacks, who I don't know. I mean, Corbin Carroll on fire.
Isn't
Ketel
that just
Marte.
a one? It's a one gamer, yeah?
No, wild card is 3.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure the wild card round is a
so.
3-game series.
Okay. It's all, dude. It's so new. Okay, you're right. Best of 3.
Best of 3.
Best of 3.
Yeah.
And then best of 5.
It's crazy
after
how
that.
much it's changed, even over the past like 5 years.
But
Right?
With the wild card, it's so different than when we were growing up.
yeah. So yeah, 2 teams have buys. We would play best of 3 against the D-backs.
I really don't see anyone catching the Braves or the Dodgers. No one's catching the
No.
Braves. The
No.
Dodgers are close behind. And then if the Brewers are the 3 seed, there's no way. There's no way that this looks like pretty much what the playoff picture for 1 and 2 is going to be, barring almost a historic collapse now. As for that
Pretty
3
much.
6 and under, that's gonna be spicy, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like that's some level 3, level 4 Thai food spice at least. That's not full on. Well, it might be. It's at least for that 5 and 6 spot.
Yeah. That's definitely the
I mean,
closest.
I'm
Because
trying not to jinx the Brewers here, but they could also collapse. Philly, who knows? I've jinxed them my entire podcasting career. So
you went to the city.
I did and got this hat.
I mean, wow, yeah. The wild cards,
Yeah, let's.
I think, okay, Dodgers have it wrapped up. The NL West has just completely fallen apart. The Diamondbacks were winning like the whole year. Giants were right there. The Diamondbacks have completely fallen off. They've come back a little bit in the last like week or two, but they've fallen off big time. The Giants aren't even in the wild card anymore. They've fallen off. And the Dodgers have become the Dodgers again and are just miles ahead of everyone yet again. So I don't think anyone's catching the Dodgers. Like you said, nobody's catching the Braves. That's a guarantee. So it's pretty much up to these wild card teams, and then the NL Central is the only really close race. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the NL side in terms of what's still a question mark.
How about them Cardinals?
How about
Cardinals?
them? They're terrible.
How about them Cardinals way at the bottom?
They have the
Last time
worst.
that happened was 1990. That's 33 years ago. Was the last time they finished at the bottom of the division. It's just such a historic club.
There's a lot of teams that are definitely out of the picture. That's for sure.
Yep.
I
think
Yeah,
the Padres were officially eliminated when the Brewers beat them.
yeah, they're dead. Pronouncing them dead.
They're so dead.
So who
Soto
is
looks kinda
still
sad,
relevant on the NL side? Who could, let's see, if we go into
The Reds.
Yeah.
Reds are still kind of in it.
the Reds,
I guess the Giants.
Oh, they're percent.
Um,
I mean, I have the standings up too in the background.
dude, the Marlins have fallen off tremendously. They're a couple games out.
The Marlins, but
so we have the D-backs, Giants, Marlins, Reds.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Still alive.
And-
Oh, I take that back. The Padres are not officially out, but probably just the
zero.
asterisk.
I mean, come on.
Look
Yeah.
at
The
Yankees
Yankees
too.
are above zero. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not true.
Brewers are 90% or better. Yikes.
Wow.
Well,
Cubs, Mariners, Rangers, Blue Jays. I'd love to see it. Well, let's go back up real quick and let's look at that before we get into it. Let's look at that AL side.
The AL side, the more interesting side.
Yeah. Also, I had this dog treat sitting in my pocket since we started, and I totally forgot about it.
oops.
Go get it.
I thought you were gonna eat it.
I think he's passed out.
Let's take a quick little peek at that number 2 seed on the AL side. Shout out the Mariners, dude. The Mariners were like a game or two under 500, like not that long ago.
Yep.
Now they're winning that division. It's crazy.
Julio,
put the team on the back.
Oh yeah.
George Kirby's on fire. Seawold.
Yep.
Does anyone else get the vibe that the NL
didn't you give him away?
I did. I gave away one of them. I have a couple.
Andrew gave away Teoscar.
Oh,
a few
shoot,
months
that's
ago,
right,
and
yeah.
He's got a 14 game hitting streak, I think.
Heck yeah, dude.
Tonight, and
he's in my lineup.
There you go.
Hit a home run.
Yep.
There you
Not
go.
the limited pro because I don't know how to prioritize players.
But yeah, does anyone else get the vibe that the NL is basically going to be Dodgers, Braves, and NLCS, but then the AL is kind of a toss-up? Like, do you have as much confidence in the Orioles as you do in the Braves or Dodgers? Or the Mariners even?
Yes, I have confidence in the Orioles. Absolutely.
Really? Okay.
They beat the teams that they need to, like the A's, like the White Sox, and they do well against good teams too. They beat the Rays. They beat up the Rays. This is approaching some tie level 5, dude. Because even look at the 6th seed. If we go a month back,
it was the Rangers all day.
Rangers are guaranteed in the beginning of August to make the playoffs. They're the lowest seed right now. In fact, now you can go down a little bit. What are the percentages? Are they like just above 0?
No, they probably had like the 40, 50. They're 50 to 89.
Okay.
Same as like the Cubs.
Which is crazy to
AL,
think about.
Everyone after the Rangers.
Yeah, who's really even left? The
So
Red
there's
Sox?
the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are pretty much it, is what it's looking
Yep.
like.
Red
So it's
Sox and Blue
Blue
The
Jays.
Jays.
Red Sox
or-
are 72 and 66. They're
Wow.
4 games out, it looks like right now.
They'd be tied for first place in the AL Central.
Oh, the Blue Jays are only a half game, I think. Yeah. Blue Jays are only a half game out.
Okay. Yeah, that's
crazy.
gonna
They're
that
really
wild
giving
card's gonna
the
be
Rangers
crazy.
must have an easy schedule. Let's look who the Rangers have coming up.
Yeah,
here.
let's see.
A's. Oh, they got Blue Jays. That's going to be huge.
Oh, but
And they
they're
got
losing
Red
to
Sox.
Houston.
And they got Mariners. Okay, so they do have the A's and the Angels,
Okay.
but then they have
Nice.
2 series against the Mariners.
This is a huge series against the Blue Jays.
Wow. That's
Really?
probably
This is
yeah,
gonna be
that could be for the
fun.
wild card.
And the
Fun
Sox too.
baseball.
And the Sox.
Wow. And the
And then they-
I was
Mariners.
excited for some
Mariners.
ball.
Oh, they
Oh.
end with the. So wait, they play the Mariners for 2. Then they go to LA? They go to LA, and then do they end at home against the Mariners again? No,
Oh,
they're
they
on the
end in
road.
Seattle.
Back to
That's
Seattle.
tough.
That
Holy
is
cow.
That's
man.
wild.
That is
Wait, Andrew, if you go back to the playoff picture,
yes,
can you
sir.
scroll back up? Scroll back up.
You want to see that beautiful visual?
I do. So looking at this, one of these 3 or let's say 4 teams is not going to be in the playoffs. The Rays, the Astros, the Rangers, or the Blue Jays. Like one of those 4 teams won't be in the playoffs, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's insane.
Or the Red Sox.
Well,
Yeah.
or the Red Sox. Right.
I
mean, that's crazy.
nuts. That's
I,
nuts.
thi- I think it's the Rangers, man.
Really? You think they're going
You
to
think
drop
they're gonna
out?
keep falling? I hope not. Corey
They've
Seager
been-
was
yeah.
a buy for me, which was great, but also part of the reason I bought him was like maybe I can use him for a few extra games.
Yeah.
How's
that's kinda what I was
how's
thinking
how's
too.
Adolis Garcia been doing for you, Jacob?
He got
Ooh.
injured. He got
Mm.
injured and hasn't been entirely the same, but he finally the other day he had a walk-off. Was it grand slam?
Oh shoot,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, you did.
So he got injured and wasn't 100% for a while, but he's back, baby.
Oh, was it against Minnesota? No,
It was, yeah. It was.
it was not this game. Probably.
It was-
I'm looking at the wrong box score.
It was a few days ago, I think. Maybe.
Yeah. No, not
was it a
that
solo?
No, maybe it was
walk-off
just a
home run?
solo home run. I don't remember.
Yeah. Either way, very impressive.
Yeah, but he did get hurt. Okay, never mind. The Grand Slam was something I watched earlier today. It was a John Boy video. Did you know a Grand Slam that walks off a 3-run game with 2 outs in the bottom of the inning? So like the exact amount of runs you need to win with the full count, like that historic Grand Slam is called an ultimate Grand Slam.
Oh,
Did you
ultimate.
ever heard that term before?
Nope.
No,
Never
I have
heard that
not.
term before.
Yeah, learned it
That's
today.
crazy.
There you go.
Wow.
An ultimate grand slam.
How about that?
So that's like a royal flush in poker. It's not
Yeah.
just a flush, but it's a royal
Grand
flush.
Slam.
No, I think I should change it to royal. Homage to
A
cards.
royal grand.
Yeah, this is definitely the most exciting month for baseball by far. We're coming into the biggest stretch, and it will be interesting to see how these players of different teams react, or whether their cards go up or down. And so, I mean, again, like if we're taking it back to So Rare, I mean, teams I would feel confident in buying for the playoffs right now, the division leaders, anyone that's a 1 or a 2 seed, easy buy. Probably the Twins too, because there's just no one is going to
No
catch
one's
them.
competing against them. Yeah.
No one, they don't play. Minnesota's so remote that it's no one's even coming close. I don't know. And I guess maybe between the Cubs and the Brewers, like one of them will make the playoffs. I guess the Reds could, but
Right. I think odds are whoever doesn't win the NL Central will be a wild card spot. So
Yeah.
you're probably safe
Second
getting
place,
Brewers
yeah.
or Cubs, but you never know.
But okay,
A lot of games left.
let's pretend this is how it ends.
Yeah.
And you're looking to buy players for So Rare, or you're playing fantasy baseball and looking to trade
Sure.
for players going in the playoffs. or you're just interested in who you can look out for. Doesn't have to necessarily be so rare related. First and foremost, I'm looking at the Brewers, and if they win their series, they're gonna have to play the Dodgers, so they aren't gonna make it more than 2 rounds. But let's say you want to get someone to maybe make it to the CS. Braves are expensive. Dodgers are expensive.
You also don't
Orioles,
get them in the
Mariners
3
maybe a
game.
little less so.
You don't get them for the first round.
Yeah. But where are we looking here? What teams are we looking at to maybe make a little push? What are we
Houston.
thinking? Like, can the Braves lose?
Oh
Are the
man.
Braves Man City? If Chelsea are the Mets, are the Braves Man City? Can they lose? Is anyone beating them?
I don't know. I
If-
feel
if-
like those okay. Minus in the last let's think maybe 5-6 years, minus the 2018 Red Sox, who just couldn't lose. They won what, like 103 games or something that year, and then won the World Series. Minus that team, like, do we ever see a team that wins the regular season go on to win the World Series? Like, everyone's saying how the Braves can't lose, but that's exactly the reason that they will lose.
I like
You
it.
know what I
I
mean?
like what you're talking.
You know, it always happens. Like, you just think that these teams are so good, but then you get to the playoffs, you never know.
Yeah.
The one year
The
Patriots won.
the Brewers okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. They still would have to beat whatever team is in the wild card. But in a 5-game series that you're facing in games 1 through 3, Woodruff, Burns, Peralta, that's one of the best 1, 2, 3 punches in baseball. So you never really know. 5 games is not a lot of games.
Yeah, and the Phillies certainly have a lot of good arms too that they could throw the Braves' way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's tough to. I mean,
It's just like-
so hard to predict.
Again, I think if we would have just said, if we would like watch back the film, like we'd have been like, oh yeah, Rangers all day. So again, it's just like who's going to be hot, who's going to be ready coming into that postseason. And I mean, maybe it's a fatigue thing. Who are the Braves going to be healthy? Are they going to have all their pieces? You know, any like little thing, but I don't know. Like, if you look at their batting averages across that lineup, like it is just nuts. Like,
It is.
they have Spencer Strider, who maybe you'll see me talk about him on a Sorare media channel. I don't know. It's a little hint, little stake in the ground. I don't know. I don't know.
Interesting.
It's got a pretty good something.
Yeah, what?
Got a wicked fastball. That's what I'm talking about.
He's got big feet. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen his feet?
He's got dual eligibility and so rare.
He's got big legs too.
I mean, I would assume that most professional athletes have, like, especially pitchers, have long legs.
That's true.
Kind of part of the job.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah, crazy. I'm excited, man. There's a lot left to be determined. That's for sure. That is for sure. Not really a runaway.
No.
How about sneaky little Astros?
They're gonna win it. They just always win it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking at their players. I mean, their players are trending upwards in price. I'm just kind of scrolling through here.
Yeah.
Maybe even just like a starter. Invest in an Astros starter. Bregman, Altuve about $20. Tucker about 40. Nothing crazy. I mean, if you're gonna go compare that to Alex Bregman third base to Austin Riley third base. Austin Riley's selling for 53.
Wow.
So,
jeez,
I think there's Braves-flation going on for sure.
Braves-flation.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
And Jordan hasn't even been hitting that well too. He could really turn it on.
A little bit hurt. Jeremy Pena, 850.
There you go.
Postseason king last year.
Yeah,
That's true.
not
World
for
Series
sale.
MVP.
I have his card.
You do? He was selling for about half that a month ago.
He's a hold. He's definitely a hold.
There you go.
He's old?
He's a hold.
Oh, in his second year.
I was saying he's actually he's not a rookie card. I do like the little primer for the rookie. Oh, quick tangent on the card design. I found out I have, how I was complaining that I want a Michael Conforto, like this is like for all you OG listeners. Turns out that Michael Conforto is a jersey mint. I had no idea.
You won it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Sorare MLB gifted me an 8 out of 5,000 Michael Conforto limited, and I didn't realize it. And then someone made me an offer out of the blue for like 5 times his floor, and I was like, "What is going on here?" And then I looked it up. I was like, "No way!" I was like, "Is that his jersey, man?" So I say that connect. I cannot tell within the 2023, 2022 card designs.
Yeah.
What's a jersey mint? The old ones, you cannot miss it. It is like the most distinct
It
thing.
highlights it, yeah.
So I don't know. Again, we can talk about this later. If you wanna do the research, like again, I checked before I just accepted 5 times for what Conforto had been selling for.
So did you take it?
No.
Because that's also important for collections, right?
It is,
Yeah,
yes.
you get the bonus.
You get a 30-point bonus.
Wow.
Damn.
I actually own a Brad Boxberger 45 out of 5,000 from 2022 for my Brewers collection that I bought specifically for collections.
There you go.
That was my one trade I made.
Here we go. This is what I was looking for. Brandon Woodruff, jersey,
That's
game used.
beautiful.
Number 53,
Oh, 53
out of 99. Yeah.
There you go.
So I think that's a thing in all of collecting.
Yeah.
Is that those jersey numbers, especially with the jersey attachments, pretty sick. But
good old eBay 101.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, I'd keep that. I would 100% keep that. Do you get a bonus for one-ofs too? Or is it just
you do one-ofs but the thing is with one-ofs, everyone knows like it's number one, but with the number, it's a little bit there's no indication on the card, which I was kind of disappointed in.
The thing is that makes it so much worse too is that they had it and got rid of it.
Right.
I could see if they never had it and we were asking for it, fine. But like why put it on there and then the next year take it away? It just makes no sense.
Yeah.
I mean, let me throw it this way. So there's a unique card. And then there's 10 super rares and so on and so forth. So if you make 5 limiteds that are not unique, but there's only 5 of them out there, those become a whole separate market, and that inflates those card prices. Do you think that's something Sora's trying to not do? Because they've done it in soccer. There's Champions League cards, there's division or league winning cards, rookie cards, like special rookie cards that aren't just whatever. There's the image variations in NBA, which they did a lot better the second time around with the draft ones, in my opinion.
Yeah, those are really cool.
Yeah. So
definitely
it's this whole new market. But I don't necessarily personally see a problem with it if those prices are inflated on those specific cards.
Right.
True.
Yeah. That's kind of the point, I guess.
They're trying to stray away from or not, which I don't know.
Who knows?
We'll see.
Who knows?
We're here to talk about someone that Joshua brought to Sorare.
Yeah. Speaking
yes, sir.
Yeah, give us a little backstory here.
Tell us how did you introduce your friend to Sorare?
I'm gonna refill my sparkling coconut.
Yeah. Okay. There's actually an update to this story that you guys don't know about either.
Oh, baby.
Oh man.
I'm listening.
But yeah, so my friend is very in tune with sports. I'm in a fantasy football league with him, so he's into fantasy. He's big sports fan all around. He's also into gambling a little bit too. So I was explaining to him, hey, what better than Sorare, which kind of combines all of that into one. So I explained it to him. He knew of the podcast already, and was just kind of, giving him some, I guess, tips, you could say, but also just kind of explaining the game to him and how it works and all that. And he actually was listening to the podcast here and there, and he finally bit the bullet and signed up for Sorare.
Wow.
And that's kind of the start. Yeah, we'll go with
What
that.
did he give a reason like that got him over the willing to deposit? Like, was it the cash wallet? Was it the just something clicked for him? Like, did he play the common game first, or did he just
You know what
dive
it
in and just
was?
pay?
It was the cash wallet.
Really?
He did not have a crypto wallet, and didn't really feel like going through the steps of setting one up and then going through all of that process. But I told him, hey, they just released the because he was playing the free version.
There you go.
But I let him know, hey, it's so much easier now. There's a cash wallet. You can just link your bank account and spend all you want.
And he
So,
did.
and he did.
Did.
Yeah. I actually just looked through his gallery quickly, and it's grown immensely,
Oh, all right.
to say
Well,
the
I'm
least.
excited.
Well, okay,
I'm excited to
but
take a look.
yeah,
Yeah.
before we get too deep into the analyzation, I guess from a Sorare standpoint, like, did he say anything about how easy it was or how hard it was?
Mm.
Buying cards, maybe selling cards,
Um,
or just easy, smooth and easy, like butter on a hot day.
yep. He never really said anything
Andrew didn't like
specifically,
that one that
but
much. I don't know why.
he never said anything specifically in terms of that, but he did he's able to buy cards. I never really explained that process to him specifically. He said he's found more success getting deals through offers and through I think he's done some auctions too, to get a little bit cheaper price. But yeah, he's, from what I've heard it and from what I've seen, it's been easy.
Cool.
When you were explaining Sorare to him, like, what was your biggest like selling point to like what? Because it's funny, like Sorare, it's not technically gambling. It's not fantasy sports is legally not gambling, at least in the United States. But it definitely scratches that itch for
You can gamble if you want to, but it's not compulsory. Like, if you play on DraftKings, you have to gamble.
right.
There's no free to play DraftKings.
But even DraftKings is not gambling. At least the
Right.
fantasy sports, because
It's
you can,
DFS.
yeah, like daily fantasy, I should say, has been determined to not be gambling.
Mhm.
But I mean, for all intents and purposes, whatever part of the brain that likes gambling, it definitely hits that center.
Right.
And I think Sorare does a little bit too. But what's so funny about Sorare MLB, or at least Sorare marketing, they don't really market it as a gambling product. And and to be fair, like, nor does like FanDuel or DraftKings. They're not saying like, get the endorphin rush of a sweat when you put $3 into this and you have a potential
Right.
to win 500.
Right.
But it is interesting, like the different levers that Sorare can pull. And honestly, like it's a weird thing. It's like a cigarette company doesn't talk about how great it feels when you're using the product, even though, like, like objectively it probably does. I don't smoke myself, but it's, again, I'm sure there's some gray area, especially like in marketing and advertising, as to what they can say.
Right.
But the part of their messaging definitely doesn't really talk about that, which makes sense. But yeah, when you were pitching it to him, like, did you say it's a fantasy game with NFTs, and
Yeah.
like, how
I
did you sell it?
I've been asked that question more times than you would probably think. Like people that know about the podcast, or people that know like that I play Sorare, like, what's Sorare? And like, I think my short explanation is just, it's fantasy baseball that includes cryptocurrency and NFTs. And that's like the best way that I can describe it without going too much into detail. Why are you shaking your head?
Ooh.
It's what it is.
I don't think if you're trying to get people into it,
Not
more,
trying to get
I think
people
that's
into
just-
it.
okay.
People that have no idea what Sorare is and they're like,
Yeah.
what's Sorare? Not like, I want to play, explain it to me.
Right.
And like that way I don't have to like go into detail. But in terms of Anthony, who did want to go into it, the thing that I not like used, but I was just explaining to him, he was explaining to me that they were on a road trip and they were in a state where it was legal to gamble, and he won a couple $100 gambling because it was legal. And I was like, hey, it was right around the time when I won Limited Pro. So I was like, hey man, like I won a couple $100 and Sorare, and then won a limited or a rare card worth this much too. And I think like that sort of aspect of like, oh, I can win cards that are worth money. Like that's the spot. But that's what it is. Why are we playing
Right.
Sorare? Why do we play Sorare?
Fantasy sports to assemble the best lineup.
But don't you want to win money?
Yeah, we've already talked about
Or
this
competition or fun.
We don't have to talk about this again. We've talked.
I'm
about
not
this.
saying that
I don't know if we have necessarily like that. This exact like why we play Sorare.
I wasn't explaining that to him in a way of being like, you need to sign up because then you'll win money. Like I was just explaining to him that that's what happened, not in a way of trying to get him to sign up. But I'm sure hearing that information probably was motivating to sign up.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess like personally, when people have asked me, I've said a fantasy sports platform.
I always say fantasy baseball that
Yeah.
involves cryptocurrency and NFTs.
I don't even go
Yeah,
that deep. I just stay super vague, and then if they ask, then I'll go into detail.
All right, you want my 10-second overview of Sorare?
Let's hear it.
I think it's been pretty successful. It again, I say fantasy baseball platform, where you make lineups based on players that you own. It's like if you could only play a fantasy baseball game with the trading cards that you have. That's essentially it. And then but again, I guess that's two sentences, not perfect, but I don't necessarily think you need to say crypto. And in fact, like I'm sure for a lot of people, it definitely that's why Sorare as a company has shifted away from that. But it I don't know. There was some excitement around it, but I think for me, like the fact that you can own your game is pretty powerful. Not to use
the thing. You said the title.
But okay, so the update to the story is that so we talk about the growth of this game. This is how it grows. So he signed up for it, has been playing. We'll get more into that as we kind of look at some of the cards in his gallery. But the fantasy football league that I'm in with him and some of his friends have now started also playing Sorare because of him explaining it to them. So he turned into like 3 or 4 new players, basically.
Are they using our link?
I don't know if they.
Bro, you got to spread the link. It's like
I didn't explain it to them. All of a sudden, he was like, "These people are playing too," and I was like, "Sick!"
Wow, that's kind of crazy, actually.
Yeah. So the way he explained it to his friends was kind of how you explained it. It's fantasy baseball, but you own the cards that you set into your lineup. That's kind of how he explained it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I would stray away maybe 2 years ago. That's probably what I would have said. But nowadays it's expanded so much into 2 different sports as well as cash wallet now, where I think the way Andrew put it earlier is more and not that you're going out and like getting paid or even doing it voluntarily, getting people to sign up for Sorare. But there is such a weird like negative connotation around NFT or crypto. And I think it's for very valid reasons because 99.9% of those startup companies end up in the trash. So even one that's grown reputable is still very new. Crypto's only been big since Andrew, when was that? 2017, that one winter?
Yeah, 2017.
And then it kind of dropped off again until COVID. And even then, like fantasy-based crypto, very, very new. So, but that's not what it really is anymore.
Right.
So,
So
yeah, but that's cool that
Yeah.
other people have gone through him.
yeah.
You
And I think
you
that's
have affected
kind of how Sorare grew, like originally, is like you by word of mouth, like friends telling friends, and then it's like if the people that Anthony knows then tells other people, and then then more and more people play it. But yeah, I think they're definitely trying to reach the right people. But it's funny, like, so I guess Josh, before you had he ever heard of Sorare? Does he watch like MLB TV? Does he? I'm trying to think of like any other place where he might have run into it.
I
That
think he said that he has seen the commercials before. Like, I don't know if that was before I ever brought it up to him or that he knew of it. But I think that was one of his initial interactions with Sorare, the platform, was through those commercials.
Hmm.
Because he's a baseball fan. He watches all types of baseball. He watches mostly the Brewers, like we do, but he's a fan of baseball as well. So
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Should we take a peek at his gallery?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's his manager
tweet it
name?
out
I
real
can pull
quick.
it up.
I have it up if you want me to share. Otherwise, you
Yeah.
Oh, here. I guess I'll allow you to share.
You know what?
No.
You think
allow it.
episode 53.5 we would have done that before we start recording, but nah.
No,
But
no, no, no.
So,
I like
we
to
always
control.
winging it. We're always winging it.
guys,
I like it.
look at this.
Look at this.
35 limiteds
He
already.
bought
Holy.
Yeah, like whoa. Thought he was only doing like one
He got
lineup.
6
Now
rares.
he's got 6 rares.
Wow.
Where do we even start?
Let's
Look at
let's
this.
look at
Orioles,
his
Mariners,
oldest
Cubs,
cards.
Blue Jays.
Let's
Okay,
look at his
go.
OG.
Holy.
If Josh, you see the filter
He's
for new?
in.
There should be a filter
Uh,
for old on the upper right.
Oh, it's probably
Our
blocked by
faces might be blocking it.
Yes.
Oh, I guess. So I guess it's new, but then go to the last page.
I'll just scroll down. Yeah,
Yeah.
quick scroll so you don't see.
Okay. So this is his first ever. So
Okay,
it's
we'll
safe
look
to
at, like,
assume
the
that
A
first-
these
couple of Brewers purchases for the boys. I like it.
Budget,
Tanner Bibby.
more budget buys for
Maybe
sure.
just pitched today. Got kind of rocked.
Yep.
So
Alzolay.
he it's important to note he joined I want to say in July, maybe.
Well, here you can see
June.
his he bought Polanco 21 days ago. So about 3
22
weeks
days ago.
or 22 days
He
ago. was his
started
first
playing
purchase.
before that though, because he
Yeah,
was
But
doing
it
the
was
free
limited.
version. But
You can see when they're acquired. His limited
Yeah.
his common cards.
we can take a peek.
He's got like a brief analysis. He's got a lot of playoff players, man. I like it. Oh, it doesn't.
Oh, I
say.
guess it doesn't have the date.
Maybe it doesn't.
If you click on the player, does it say when?
Actually, this is a good point. Yeah, does it even? Nope.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Does
You
it
can
say at the
you
top
can
like
see past
established?
lineups. Isn't on
No.
Sorare.
That would be
Yeah,
kinda
you can see
cool.
on Sorare data, but
Probably silver data.
Anyway,
But yeah, let's just look at the limited. Common doesn't really
Yeah.
matter as much, but
I mean, I'm
so
seeing.
yeah, he started off with more like a kind of budget lineup. We didn't talk about it, but when it was his second game week, he got top 10, I think,
Yeah.
in limited pro and won.
a
let's
rare.
see what he
One
won. He probably
some
one of his.
Money
If you
and a
scroll
rare.
up,
Like $20 in a rare or something.
I wonder
wow.
if he
Okay,
sold
so
it.
he did. Oh yeah, he must have sold it, but he did make a like. If you look at the purchases, like 21, 22 days ago, he definitely bought more than
Yeah,
just
so-
the 7 that you need.
He told me his initial investment was around $150.
Okay.
So all these cards from 21 days ago or so, I think that was his initial like 150.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
They're definitely trying to build out
and
a
he
team.
won.
and-
I mean, his second game week he won or got top 10. So
Yeah, 19 days
Um,
ago, maybe a little more. I love the Luis Castillo purchase, baby.
so has
heck
he been
yeah,
How about
selling
that?
it?
Luis
Has he been
Castillo,
selling his
$10.
rewards then?
I don't. I'm
Let's
trying to
see.
remember back to who I could look back.
Well,
and-
if you- well, if you-
Go to his
if you-
rares, man.
Yeah, or keep scrolling up.
Well,
So,
here there is
you
a
can see
big.
his
I
first rare.
actually knew of this purchase, but there's a splash coming up.
whoa.
You're scrolling.
Oh,
Ram.
wow.
Whoa,
Julio!
that's
Yeah.
why you were scrolling like a grandma. Holy cow!
Yeah, pretty crazy.
That's not an initial. Was that an initial? No, it definitely was not an initial.
No, that was a secondary
Wait,
investment.
that's what his limited selling for now?
It's like over $100 now.
Wow.
Yeah, click on
Paying for his
Julio. Let's see what he's
autograph.
going for.
That's sick.
Oh, okay, guys, duh. He won a rare card. That's why we can't see it.
That's what I said. Go to his rare.
Oh yeah. Well,
Okay,
won
we're
a
just
Yoan
looking at the
Moncada.
oh, he won a Yoan Moncada a few days ago. Nice.
yeah.
There you go. All right. I don't
Um,
even know what rares he has.
If you scroll down, so the first. Oh, he won a Doval rare.
Oh,
Wow.
There you go.
That's a pretty good. Click on that? What's he sell for? Okay.
$50.
Not again. It
Really?
was probably a lot higher when the Giants
The
actually
Giants
could
had
have made the
fallen
playoffs.
off. Yeah, that is true. But hey, not bad at all. He's the Contreras brothers. That's funny.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, his price
There
has
you go.
definitely dropped since July, but it's still.
Yeah, so
Starting to
maybe it
build-
looks like he's maybe trying to work his way into a rare all-star with based on the number of rares he has.
Yeah, pretty solid, I would say.
I think
Maybe
I mean,
one too
again,
many
like, the
catchers.
success
great
is pretty
story.
good.
Maybe not a 100% like relatable story because it looks like he's put a decent amount. Not a crazy amount.
Not at all.
No,
But definitely more than him using his common cards only amount.
no, and I think he
Definitely
could
more
have
than 150.
could have started out with just the 7 card or just the. I mean, obviously, like, and then built up from there. But I think, like, again, the choice he probably had to allowed him to put together the best lineup possible. Where again, if you're only buying 7 cards, like we talked about in the beginning, you're not playing matchup. You're just playing the cards that you have. So if you have more than the 7, then that gives you the luxury of picking between them. So in this case, I don't know. Maybe it is a little bit of a volume over, like quantity over quality at some point. But at
Right.
some point, you do, I think, have to start moving into those bigger pieces. And it seems like he's positioning his gallery from, he's got Julio now. He's got Doval, which is, pretty good start to his rare journey. And well, I would guess William Contreras also probably isn't cheap either. His
Yeah,
other
good.
rare.
He's a good man for less than $20. Someone who plays every
Wow.
day and is hitting really well this year. That's a pretty solid budget rare if you
Yeah.
need it.
Wow, he's only 20. I might pick one on myself. I
Seriously.
assumed he was like at least 50.
Oh,
Okay.
he's
That was a good
gone-
buy from him.
Bought him at the right time.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
And looks like he got a decent deal on him.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
19 bucks. And
There you go.
maybe we are seeing a little bit of a spike in playoff guys. As people again look at the little image that we pulled up earlier, they're saying, hey, I want to buy. So yeah, maybe there is a trading opportunity there and picking up some Braves or even Brewers, riding that wave. We'll see.
So there's no way to see lineups.
If you go to Sorare Data, you can see his
Data,
lineups.
yeah.
Sorare Data is beautiful. Sorare Data sponsor us, please. Also, he's got to get a better Sorare. Oh wow, he's got a $450 gallery now.
There
Holy
you
cow!
go.
Oh yeah, exposed. You
Exposed.
doxed his gallery,
Let's go to Sorare results. If you go
Yeah.
there,
and
and
then,
then obviously baseball. So this is live. Is this today
Wow,
the 7th?
okay.
yeah,
All
go
right.
back a few.
I just wanted to see what his current. Okay, so
He's using the players.
Sandlot.
Sandlot.
Oh, okay, so he is
Minus
in rare.
12. Who is that?
Wait, who's
Dane
minus?
Dunn.
Dave Dunning. Oh no.
That's
The
live.
Rangers.
That's happening right now.
Jeez.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah,
the
my
Rangers.
Altuve has 75 points for me this game.
Oh
already.
my god! In 2 games.
Yep.
Did I play him in my pro?
Hopefully, that'd be a good player.
I didn't, and I did.
He's
Four.
got 30. You're fourth.
Uh-oh,
Oh
we're
my
sweating.
Oh,
goodness!
shoot.
I have 209
Let's go.
points without a pitcher.
Start the sweats. Who's your
Sweat
pitcher?
it up.
Oh, if it isn't my unique Luis Castillo, if you
Okay.
don't look
Oh,
right there.
Is he going? Is he going today?
No, he's not. He's
Mm.
tomorrow.
That's
All
exciting.
right, it wasn't this week.
solid scores.
Just find his, because we're approaching the end here. Find the week where he got the top 10,
Let's see. I want to say it was
like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Middle of August.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I forgot to set a lineup.
so no, I think this was his. That might have been his
First ever.
one of his first. And then this is the one. Yep.
Yep, there we go.
Eighth.
Castillo, baby.
Look at
Look
that.
at all those greens.
Duval went crazy.
Man, if
Yeah,
he
career week from Duval.
better week. He would
He
have
could have,
gotten.
yeah, he could have even scored higher, honestly.
So he won 0.012, so like $20 and a tier 2.
Yeah. And that was the Duval.
Very solid.
Yeah,
Very solid.
Great reward though, but probably didn't like, it was one of those, probably would have been better selling it right away. But again, like if you're trying to build your gallery up, Duval's probably a guy you'll be able to use next year too.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And as we've said before, if you want to get into rare all-star, starting with a rare pitch or rare relief pitcher, it's probably the way to go, because then you can always put them in your lineup as
Yep.
opposed to a starter once every 2 game weeks.
Right.
So he's definitely got the foundations of a good team. I definitely think it'll be interesting to see whether he continues to spread out and enter. Because yeah, if you go to this game week, so or before you do that, how many lineups has he entered?
For
So
this
one
current
is just,
game week.
sorry, he's just in this one. It's limited pro and common, so just 2. All-star.
American
okay.
League, National League.
I like
So three limited lineups. Okay, is he up to 5 now?
Limited. Sandlot and Rare All-Star.
Okay. So he still has room to grow and enter more competitions. But obviously too, there's some point where you do have to kind of say to yourself, like, yeah, I could enter more competitions, but would I have more success if I had a little bit better players and you can consolidate? But that's easier said than done. And depth is really important, especially as we enter the postseason when literally unlike I think basketball, like just not that many teams make the postseason in baseball. So very important to have postseason players.
For sure. All right.
well done, Anthony. Dude,
Yeah.
Well done.
cool story.
Shout out Anthony, man.
All right, you ready to put our baseball knowledge to the test? Oh,
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
quick year-long announcement. I think we're axing the wheel, unfortunately or fortunately. RIP. We never spun tier 1. We did spin any reward a few times, but we gave away. It was Corbin. It was your Corbin. It was like the first wheel we did. Your Corbin Burns. I swear.
Yeah.
So that was the best one we did. But now I think we'll still do giveaways. Absolutely. And shout out to our Adley Rutschman winner.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, we will definitely do those, but more like theme based, like playoff or like beginning of the season, All-Star game, whatever. Down the line. Stay tuned for more. We're gonna sauce our baseball knowledge here, baby.
Let's
Oh,
do it.
man.
Let's do it.
Holy cow.
Okay.
Grid is back.
The grid is back.
Bunch of
Phillies, A's.
triple A's, but this is what I saw when I checked it out earlier, and then I played the soccer one. Hall of Famer and 40 home run season. I think you have to go with former Brewer Chris Davis.
It's a good shout.
Yeah.
Chris with the K. We saw him play in the minor leagues in Appleton.
Shout out
Chris, he
Chris
didn't have a
Davis.
higher WAR, honestly, going back to I guess he wasn't with the team for that long, but
Yeah.
the Brewers WAR.
He just hit dingers all day long.
All he did was hit home runs.
Yeah.
All right, A's Hall of Famer.
Easy. I mean, if you want to stick with our theme that we're gonna do later on this week,
Raleigh Fingers.
yeah.
Right. There you go. Look
hey,
at the beautiful
That's
stash.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
Beautiful. Oh man. That's
Are we doing stats first and then teams?
Can do whatever order we want. Shout them out.
Team, just send it.
Well, this is David Ortiz.
Yeah.
Say
Let's
Ortiz.
go with that. Oops.
Could probably switch the two.
45. Wow. Who'd you go for this one?
How about Babe Ruth?
It's a good shot. Or Ted Williams.
People forget he played on the Red Sox, or maybe not. 11% of people.
Ooh,
I don't know how they
Reds.
did that. If it's like the team that they retired with, that okay, so they just have to
Oh,
play.
they just had to
They
play.
just had to play
Okay.
at some point, yeah.
Like Mulder would count for the Brewers, Blue Jays, and Twins.
Okay. Nice.
40 home run season for the Reds. Did Adam Dunn ever hit 40 home runs for the Reds?
Oh yeah, he had to have.
Yeah.
All right.
30%. Holy cow!
Surprised
Probably-
it's that high.
The other one,
Johnny Bench.
ooh,
Shout.
All right. Okay. 6 for 6 isn't so bad, but now we get to the teams.
yeah.
That are no longer active. That's kind of sad and embarrassing.
What?
No, I feel like that's more impressive.
Rare players.
I think that's more impressive to give more throwbacks.
That's true. Yeah, we went with all retired players. That's funny. I didn't even realize that.
It's because the A's have no active 40+ home run hitter.
It's true. It's current too. We could have gone.
I guess we could we
well.
do Matt Olson? Would Matt Olson have counted for the?
But
Oh,
he's because he's
I-
doing it for the Braves,
I
right?
think had to, yeah, have done the stat one.
If it's per season, then it has to be actually on the team.
On the
But
team.
if it's like a career stat, then it's any of the teams.
Mhm.
Okay. Any of these teams stand out?
There's a bunch of red teams, you know.
There's all
Yeah,
red teams
lot
except
of
for
red
A's.
What'd
Gosh.
Probably some pitchers.
My boys are on there, the Phillies, and I feel bad because I feel like I need to. Okay, Phillies A's. This should be easy. This should be easy. Okay, well, okay. Fun fact: the Phillies also used to be the Philadelphia A's.
There
So
you
we
go.
can just do all Phillies players then. That's how it
Um,
works.
Didn't Adam Duvall play for the Reds? Wait,
Yes, he
sorry,
definitely
Red
did.
Sox. Never mind. I was thinking Red
Oh, yeah.
Sox Reds. but
Oh, good call. You're right,
So-
but not overlap.
Yeah, they're not on the.
I always do that where it's like the vertical column and it's like, nope.
How about Christian Pache? Braves,
Or
Reds, and A's.
wait, no, we need Phillies though.
Yeah.
Phillies, Phillies and A's.
Currently on the Phillies, I think.
Sorry, Phillies and A's.
Phillies, A's.
Wow.
Nice, good shout, good shout.
That's kind of sad.
Phillies, Red Sox.
How about for Phillies, Reds? Did Matt Stairs play for both of them?
Oh man, do we go for it?
Do it. Send it.
Oh, no.
Got to keep the people.
Oh, we did
Oh,
not.
close.
Rip.
Rip the dream.
Red Sox, I think, though.
Matt Stairs did.
One above. Send them.
Yeah.
Who?
Matt
Matthew.
Stairs.
No, but we already guessed him.
No,
Well,
you.
in the wrong. It's
Oh,
It's-
I see.
self specific. Hey, let's go.
He was 0.4%. And he played for the A's too. That's right. Dang. Who
Give
did
us-
we miss?
Top answer for the. Yeah, don't leave us hanging here.
Pete
Rose.
Rose.
Of course.
Petey.
Of course.
Jason
course.
Giambi. That's right.
Right.
Of
Oh no,
course.
Jeremy Giambi. Not.
Jeremy.
That's who I was thinking of. I was like, no, I don't think Jason. Yeah, okay. Duh.
Do we need to
Applebaum.
send a pickle or
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
let's do a pickle.
It's
Pickle's fun.
4 and 10. The last ones have been a little long, honestly. Last podcast. All right. Well, I guess the only active player.
Pache.
Let's do it.
Oh,
Oh, okay. All right. Sick. Okay. We can do this.
Nice.
NL
Okay.
East. NL East.
Alonzo. Pete Alonzo.
oh yeah. Okay. That'll do.
Polar Bear Pete. Not on
But
the
he
Mets.
doesn't go for.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
no,
okay.
not on the Mets. He's 28. Alec Baum.
Phillies.
All right.
Wait, he's on the Phillies though.
Oh yeah, that's right. He is on the Phillies. 7 though.
Oh, shoot. I forgot that we had a Philly guy. We did a Nat,
Austin Riley then.
Who?
Yeah.
Third baseman and go Austin Riley.
Yeah. Good shout.
He's 26.
Not
Okay.
the Braves. Okay.
All right. All right. Marlins. How about oof. That
And he's American.
is gone. Pirates are
Marlins.
Marlins, how about like a pitcher? How about Audi?
Yeah. Well, he's
Not
too
American,
young.
but
Go.
I don't
What
know
about
any-
Sandy Alcantara?
Yeah. 27.
Okay,
All
he's
right.
not a Miami.
Not a
and he's not a
pitcher.
pitcher.
All right. So it's not
The
Mets.
National.
Okay, shoot.
it's the. Oh wait, yeah, it's the Nationals.
Is Lane Thomas a lefty? Oh, it's Meneses.
Oh,
Like old but a rookie.
But
Oh,
he's from Mexico.
ew.
But
Descendant.
we can cross off DH, I suppose. Okay, he's not a DH.
Okay, is it a relief pitcher?
Oh God.
Oh man, on the Nationals.
Josiah Gray. Oh, no, we already did a starter.
We need a closer. Who's their closer? I don't even. Do they get saves? Do they?
I couldn't even tell you.
Joe Biden. Same city. Wrong team.
Joe Biden. The age is a little off on that one too.
Oh, that's true.
Is it Keibert Ruiz? Do we do a catcher?
Try it.
Again, not American. Also a switch hitter.
Never mind. I didn't realize it was American.
Yeah.
What about can't think of his name.
I don't even know who's left on the Nationals.
Abrams is a lefty.
Oh yeah, I have his card.
Man. Riley Adams is the other catcher.
Oh, that could be.
Yeah.
Oh, 27.
And not a catcher. He's probably freaking relief pitcher.
Is Lane Thomas a righty? Or old?
Oh, it's him. It's him. Why do we not go him?
Oh,
I
okay. All right. Sick.
saw like 22 in my head for some reason. He's older than me.
Yeah, I actually kind of forgot that he was 28.
There we go.
He's a boomer.
Bang. All right. Sick. Good job, team.
Well done.
We have some baseball knowledge.
Yeah, I
Little
think
bit.
little recap from now on, especially going into the off season.
Yeah.
Do a little more like real baseball talk, IRL talk, along with a little bit of Sorare. So that was kind of what we did today. That was fun.
I like it.
Heck yeah. Let's go, man. Exciting month coming up ahead of us.
Yeah.
In all sense of
Oh.
the ass of the board, I guess.
It's fun time to watch the sport.
It is. It is for sure.
Watch the sport, bro.
On that note,
We
don't
should
forget to
end.
check out all the social medias, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Again, appreciate all the support. Thanks for listening. You just attended batting practice. Now you're ready to get in the game. Peace.
Nope.